Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Ryan. This is Fine Detailing. Thank you so much for joining. If this is your first time, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel for fresh content. I publish usually, if you're in North America, every Sunday. So we have a very exciting review today. We have a brand new polisher that's just hit the market, in the United States at least. This is a company called Liquid Elements. They're based out of Germany. They've been around since 2003. And if you want the full genesis of that company, I'll link the video below. Matt Mormon from Obsessed Garage had the owner at his studio and interviewed him, and they talked about kind of how their company got started. So as of the last, I think, year and a half, maybe 2 years, there have been corded machines in the US. I think it was called the T4000. Yeah, sounds like a Terminator name to me. But it's a corded machine, entry-level polisher. I think it's $200 to $230. A lot of suppliers have carried it. Obsessed Garage, Sky's the Limit, Car Supplies Warehouse. And a lot of people recorded stalling with it issues, and some did not. So it's kind of mixed results. But they have launched their new cordless machine on the market. This is a 15 millimeter machine. Their Pro A4500 Pro. And I got this from Sky's the Limit Car Care. And full disclosure, I actually paid for this with my own money. I did receive a discount on it, but I did pay for it out of my own money. And I paid for this yellow pad myself. Sky's the Limit did include for free one green pad and one red pad. So I just wanted to disclose these two items were for free. Everything else I did pay for out of my own pocket. So that said, at the time of filming this, they had limited number of stock in. And what they wanted to do was release this product without having a battery system in place. Now, to my understanding, it's incredibly time-consuming and incredibly expensive to make the transition from a European battery system to a US or North American-based battery system. So this machine is actually just sold bare bones without the battery. So here's what it looks like. So here's what it looks like up close and personal. Really, really cool design. They had their kind of custom mold here. It's just super original, right? All the other Chinese ones that all these companies want to say that they've created and they're their own, they're just pretty much the same mold, same guts. This is a totally different mold, different style, longer handle. You'll see 15 millimeter here. You'll see the different RPMs here. Really satisfying click, right? Some vents right here on the sides. Okay, but again, it does not come with a battery. And so the idea behind that was, to my understanding, from what I'm told, it may take even another year or so to get the batteries on the US market. So that said, they wanted to ship these to the United States to get them in the hands of the consumer because these are compatible with Makita 18-volt batteries. So knowing that, people that already have the Makita system, they don't have to spend any money, boom, pop it in and you've got a working machine. Otherwise, you can go out and buy a Makita battery. The other thing that I know Sky's the Limit has tested, I have tested, which I'll show you in this video. It's not gonna be me talking, by the way. I'll get into polishing in just 1 second, but I do wanna give you a little bit of background. You can use a converter. So this is a Milwaukee charger, and I got this converter on Amazon. I'll link to it below. So you simply put this on, and this is Milwaukee to Makita, and it's an 18 volt. And now you have a working machine, right? So you can choose to use it. These adapters are a little jiggly, right? They're not my favorite, but that option works. Or you can go out and buy, ooh, that's tight. Or you can go out and buy an actual Makita battery, and then there's a little bit less bulk, and it fits in nice and snug, and works just the same. So those are the options with the batteries. It might be a little confusing for some why it doesn't come with a battery, but as I just explained, they wanted to get it out on the market for the US consumer. Batteries will come later. So as it sits right now at the time of filming, the price for this on Sky's the Limit is $369 USD. So a few facts about the machine, and we're gonna jump right in because this supposedly is almost anti-stall. So I really want to take you through that and show you, put it through its paces. And I'm also going to compare it to the Rupes HLR 15 corded tool, and we'll see how it does putting it through its paces. A few things, I will throw the stats on the screen. Cordless machine compatible with the Makita 18-volt battery system, 700 watt motor, 400 watt output, provides consistent torque and power, digital speed control from 2500 to 5000 RPM, Brushless motor enhances efficiency, longevity, and quiet operation. Low noise, quieter detailing. Double reduction gear minimizes vibration for superior control and reduced fatigue. That's something we don't think about often, right? We want to be in this for longevity, especially folks that do this regularly. You know, you only get one body, right? So you don't want machines that are super vibrate heavy, and you don't want to develop arthritis by the time you're 45 or 50 or whatever, right? So something to be considered. It has a locking switch and polyurethane backing plate and an Allen key that comes in the machine, but I always take these out, right? The Allen key lives in here and it sits on the side. I take these out for safety. If it ever vibrates and falls on the paint, you don't want that. So I just take that out. So that said, guys, we're gonna get into the video and I will show you how this compares. We'll put some pressure on it. We'll put it through its paces and see how it performs and if we do get any stalling. All right, guys, let me get my polishing towel out. Okay, so obviously we don't need to test any sort of correction, but I just want to see, you know, the ability to stall, how it handles. I did use this briefly on before this video, so there might be a little dusting here, but a couple cool things to show you really quickly. So on the backing plate, it does give you feedback, which I don't know why others haven't thought about this, but can you see this? You've got these arrows that stick out, so you'll be able to see if your pad is spinning, which is super smart because a lot of people don't do that on their machines and you have to like physically mark the backing plate or mark the pad. But just for extra visibility, I marked the pad with some black Sharpie. So some things to note before we jump in here. How does it sound? And then, you know, what's its weight? So I think comparatively, this is 1 pound heavier than the Rupes with the battery in it. And it's also dependent on what battery you have, like what size. This is a 4 amp hour, but you can use up to a 5 or 6 amp hour. I think this is with the battery like 6.4 pounds. And I think this is roughly 5.4, 5.5. So it's slightly heavier, but it's nothing crazy. It feels pretty close. A pound is really hard to tell the difference. Now here's the sound of it. It's relatively quiet, but I'll preface this by saying it's a little crunchy, right, is what I would best describe it, but I want you to hear it. I don't think that that matters in terms of performance, but it sounds a little crunchy. So here's what I mean. Not bad. Hear that crunch at the end? I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad, to be honest with you, but something I noticed, comparison, here's the Rupes. Not bad, right? The Rupes just feels a little bit more refined, but just food for thought. So guys, we're gonna get into the video. We're gonna polish. We're gonna put this through its paces and see how she does. But let's get into it. We'll see. We'll start on the lowest setting, spread it around, lock it. No pressure. Feels pretty balanced. Still have pad rotation, no pressure. Little pressure. I'm at 4,000 RPM. Let's give it a little, about 10 pounds of pressure. Pretty good. I'm putting a lot of weight on it now. Some stall. 4,500. It's one to go. I got a lot of pressure on it. Little stalling right there, but you would never. All right, that was pretty loud. Hopefully you could hear me okay. I had all my weight on it and it did stall, right? In real world polishing, you're not putting all your weight on it. You're heating this up. You're gonna melt the frickin', this is so hot right now. So in the real world, you wouldn't do that, right? But I did want to test it out. To whereas, you know, I like to put maybe 10 or 15 pounds of pressure as I'm polishing. It helps with cut, and I didn't see any stall. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you could see this backing plate spinning. So what I want to do is I'll take this off and we'll compare that to the Rupes. We'll use the same pad to be fair. Put a little bit more, oh my God, this spilled everywhere. Put a little bit of compound on there. And we'll jump in and we'll see if we can see any pad stall. We'll try and keep it at, you know, like 3 or 4, like what we were at, and then I'll put same pressure. So here's that one. No pad stall. Let's do 10 pounds of pressure. Immediate stalling. Barely any, guys. Look at this. So just resting. Here's a little pressure. Stall city. Let's fight through it. Full speed. Right, so as you can see there, it started to stall much easier. It started to stall much easier. I should say, sorry, the Rupes started to stall much easier with way less weight. And now some could say, well, you're not using a Rupes pad. Maybe that's it. The manufacturer requires it. But look, to be honest with you guys, I don't use Rupes pads. I use Buff and Shine pads, right? And so I want a machine that I can use the pads that I enjoy on and, you know, no issues. All right, guys, so here's my thoughts, okay? I think that what I've experienced, right, I've ordered a lot of the cordless machines just for efficiency. And, you know, I definitely want some of those things in my life because I think it's important. But I've tried the Rupes HLR 15, and I've run into similar issues with pad stall on flat panels. I get pad stall with even just a little bit of pressure. So I haven't enjoyed that super a lot, as well as the battery placement, right? I like kind of the angled side. So that could be improved on the Rupes. And then they've been having backing plate issues where if it gets too hot, the backing plate or the pad can fly off. It's a known issue. They're gonna replace it. I sent mine into Rupes to get replaced once. It just still felt a little underpowered for me, and I did get stall, again, keeping the pad flat. Really respect this company. It's been around, I think, since like 1946. It's a solid company, but I just don't think their corded machine is quite there. I tried their Rupes Mark V corded machine, better, but it still had that backing plate issue, and I can't risk polishing on a customer car and having the pad fly off and then the backing plate jams into the paint and damages it. So I couldn't risk that. So I no longer use that machine. I've also tried the Flex 24 volt, pretty solid random orbital machine as well, except I had tremendous issues with vibration in my hands. I could barely get through one car. At the end of one car, after I was done compounding, my hands, like I couldn't even close my hands. So I don't know if anyone else has experienced any issues with the Flex 24 volt. I ended up selling it, but the guy I sold it to, I know he warrantied it. They sent him another one, and I believe it still had some vibration issues. So I've been on the hunt for a reasonable polisher. This polisher is $369 as it stands with no batteries. If you go source some batteries, you know, it will go up, you know, it could go up a couple $100 for sure. But, you know, it's just food for thought, right? We want to think about value. The other thing is they do only offer a 1-year warranty here, so that is concerning. Rupes offers, I think, 5-year warranty. Flex is lifetime if you register it. And like Griots, but that's corded machines, offer a lifetime warranty. This is a 1 year. So if I buy this and in you know, a year and a day, I'm out some money. So far, I've put this to use on one car and I really enjoyed it. I use the Makita battery system, but I've also tested it with this battery system as well, like I said, with the adapter, and it works just fine. I don't have an estimated runtime for you. I'd say I went anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes on one battery, swapped it out. I have the rapid charger, and then the battery was ready to go. The next battery was ready to go for me by the next time I ran out of juice. I think, I'm an early adopter, I think this is really, really solid for the price. I would assume they're gonna target probably right around the $400 price point. This is pure speculation when the batteries come out to remain competitive. But right now it's $369, so we'll see what the price is with the batteries. But right now, in the middle of the market, in terms of power, engineered in Germany, it's likely made in China, I'm not sure, but engineered in Germany from a company that's been around since 2003, right? Seems like a good bet. So drop it in the comments, guys. Let me know if you're gonna check this machine out. I will link to it below where you can get it. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I've done one car, and if anything should arise, you'll see it in future videos. If anything comes up, I will be the first to make a video on it and let you know. But I think it's pretty legit. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know if you're gonna pick one up. That's it for today. I appreciate you sticking around. If you're still here, please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye all.